Alright, before we get into this whole Chevy vs Ford electric showdown, I got a little puzzle for you. Somewhere in this video, I'm gonna mention a hidden feature that one of these EVs has, and honestly, about 90% of buyers have absolutely no clue it exists. It's kinda wild when you find out. So pay attention, see if you can figure out which car has it and what the feature is. I'll reveal the answer at the very end. Deal? Cool, let's do this. So here's the situation. You're thinking about going electric. Maybe gas prices finally broke you, maybe you're just tired of oil changes, or maybe you saw one of these things launch off a stoplight and thought, yeah, I need that in my life. Whatever brought you here, you've probably narrowed it down to two heavy hitters. The Chevrolet Blazer EV and the Ford Mustang Mach-E GT. Both American, both electric, both trying really hard to get your money. But which one actually deserves it? That's what we're figuring out today. Let me tell you something right off the bat. I've spent serious time with both of these, and picking a winner isn't as easy as I thought it would be. They're both genuinely good, but they're good in completely different ways. It's like comparing pizza and tacos. Both delicious, but scratching different itches, you know? Okay, let's talk about looks first because let's be real, that's the first thing any of us notice. You see the Blazer EV rolling down the street and it grabs your attention immediately. Chevy went aggressive with this thing. Sharp lines everywhere, angry looking front end, the whole vibe screams I'm from the future and I'm not here to play nice. The LED lights wrap around the front in this cool way that looks like nothing else on the road right now. At night? Forget about it. People notice you. Whether that's a good thing depends on how much attention you want, but personally, I kinda dig it. Now the Mach-E GT, totally different energy. Ford basically said, hey, we have this legendary name called Mustang, let's not mess it up. And honestly, they didn't. This thing looks like a Mustang went to the gym and got really into CrossFit. It's muscular, it's got curves in all the right places, and those tri-bar taillights in the back? Instant Mustang recognition. Your neighbor's gonna know exactly what that is from half a block away. There's something cool about driving a car with that kind of heritage attached to it. Here's my honest take on the styling. The Blazer looks like it's trying to start a new conversation. The Mach-E looks like it's continuing a conversation that's been going on for 60 years. Neither approach is wrong, it just depends on what story you want to tell when you pull up somewhere. Walking around both cars, the little details start to pop out. The Blazer has these flush door handles that stay hidden until you walk up with the key, then they pop out like surprise, grab me. It's a small thing but it makes the whole side of the car look super clean and futuristic. The wheels are big and aggressive, filling up the wheel wells like they mean business. Chevy wanted this thing to look planted and ready to move, and mission accomplished on that front. The Mach-E GT has those muscular rear haunches that Mustangs have always had. You know those bulging fenders over the back wheels? They translated that into an SUV shape and somehow it works. The roof slopes down in the back giving it this sportback look that helps with aerodynamics but also just looks really sleek. Both cars photograph well, both cars turn heads, both cars make you feel something when you see them. Alright, let's open these doors and get inside because this is where you're actually living with the car every day. First impressions matter here. Sliding into the Blazer EV, the first thing you notice is space. There's a lot of room in here. Chevy designed the dashboard to wrap around you like a cockpit, everything angled toward the driver. The screen situation is pretty wild, we're talking about this massive display that handles basically everything. Navigation, music, climate, phone stuff, all of it lives in this screen. Now some people hate big screens, I get it, but this one is actually really responsive and the graphics look sharp. It doesn't feel laggy or cheap like some car screens do. The materials surprised me honestly. I was expecting typical Chevy interior, you know, lots of hard plastic and mesh surfaces. But they stepped it up here. Soft touch stuff where your hands actually go, decent leather, and the seats are comfortable without being too soft. On longer drives they hold you in place nicely. And yo, the ambient lighting game is strong. You can change the colors to whatever mood you're feeling. Chill blue for night drives, energetic red when you're feeling sporty, whatever works. Now let's hop over to the Mach-E GT interior, and it's a whole different vibe. The star of the show is this absolutely massive vertical screen in the center. We're talking 15.5 inches of touchscreen real estate just sitting there like a tablet glued to your dashboard. Everything goes through this screen. And I mean everything. Ford went super minimalist with physical buttons, which looks clean but takes some getting used to. The first few days you're poking around trying to find stuff, but eventually it clicks. The seats in the Mach-E GT, especially if you get the performance seats, are something else. They hug you tight during corners, which makes sense because this car actually corners. The steering wheel has this flat bottom which immediately tells your brain, hey, this is supposed to be sporty. And here's a fun detail, Ford put in this sound bar speaker thing that can pump fake engine sounds during acceleration. Some people think that's dumb and turn it off immediately. Others love it because it adds drama to the experience. I fall somewhere in the middle, it's kinda cool sometimes but I don't need it all the time. Storage space is actually pretty competitive between these two. Both have front trunks where the engine would normally be, giving you extra cargo room. The Blazer's frunk is solid, nothing crazy but useful for groceries or stuff you want separate from the main cargo area. The rear cargo space is generous, fold those back seats down and you're hauling furniture no problem. The Mach-E GT's frunk has a party trick though. And actually wait, this might be related to that puzzle I mentioned earlier. Keep that in mind, I'm just saying. The rear cargo is good but that sloping roofline does cut into vertical space a bit. If you're loading tall items, you might need to get creative. Okay, performance time, this is where things get really fun. The Blazer EV in its sporty trims puts down serious power. That instant electric torque hits you right in the chest when you floor it. No turbo lag, no waiting for the transmission to figure itself out, just immediate shove into your seat. It's addictive honestly. The first time you do a hard launch in an EV, you understand why people get obsessed with these things. The Blazer handles the power well, stays composed, doesn't feel sketchy or loose. But the Mach-E GT, and I need you to hear me on this, the Mach-E GT is genuinely fast in a way that makes you giggle like an idiot. We're talking over 480 horsepower in an SUV. The GT Performance Edition dips into the mid 3-second range for 0 to 60. That's hypercar territory. That's Lamborghini numbers. In a vehicle with back seats and a cargo area for your dog. The first time you launch one of these, you realize Ford wasn't playing around with that Mustang badge. The driving feel between them tells you exactly what each company prioritized. The Blazer wants you to be comfortable. The suspension is tuned to soak up bumps and rough roads, the steering is light and easy, highway cruising feels serene and quiet. It's the kind of car that makes your daily commute pleasant instead of punishing. For most people, this is exactly what they want from their daily driver. The Mach-E GT made different choices. The suspension is firmer, you feel more of the road, the steering has weight to it and actually communicates what the front tires are doing. This is a car that rewards you for finding a twisty road and pushing a little. Ford tuned it to be engaging, to make you actually want to drive instead of just tolerating the commute. The trade-off is a slightly busier ride on rough pavement, but for driving enthusiasts, that's a trade worth making. Let's talk about the thing that gives everyone anxiety about electric cars, range and charging. The Blazer EV stretches past 300 miles on a full charge depending on which version you get. That's legitimately enough for most people's entire week of driving without ever needing to charge away from home. You plug in when you get home, wake up full, repeat. It becomes as routine as charging your phone. The Mach-E GT's range lands around 270 to 280 miles. Lower than the Blazer, and that's the price you pay for all that performance. Those powerful motors having fun equals more energy consumed. Is it a deal breaker? For most people, probably not. 270 miles is still plenty for daily driving and occasional road trips. You just might need one extra charging stop on really long journeys compared to the Blazer. Fast charging on both is solid. Pull into a DC fast charger when you're on a road trip and you're looking at around 30 to 40 minutes to go from low to 80%. Enough time to grab food, use the bathroom, stretch your legs. Is it as fast as pumping gas? No. But it's getting better every year, and honestly, the convenience of waking up to a full battery every single morning makes up for the occasional longer stop on road trips. Home charging is where the magic happens though. Level 2 charger in your garage, plug in at night, done. No more gas stations, no more standing in the cold pumping fuel, no more random price spikes making you angry. Your fuel cost becomes part of your electric bill, which for most people works out way cheaper than gas. Plus there's something deeply satisfying about your car just being ready every morning without you doing anything. The tech stuff in both cars is impressive, but different flavors. The Blazer runs on Google's system built right in. That means real Google Maps, actual Google Assistant, the Play Store for apps. If you're already living in the Google world, this feels natural and seamless. The navigation is always updated, traffic info is accurate, and voice commands actually work properly. Ford's system in the Mach-E is their own thing, but it supports CarPlay and Android Auto if you want to use your phone instead. The huge screen allows split view so you can see your map and your music at the same time. Ford also pushes updates over the air, so your car gets new features and improvements without visiting a dealer. Both approaches work, it just depends on your preference. Driver assist tech is where both companies are flexing. Chevy offers Super Cruise, their hands-free highway driving system. On compatible highways, you can actually take your hands off the wheel and let the car handle steering, speed, and braking. It watches your eyes to make sure you're paying attention, but your hands are free. After a long highway drive, you realize how much less tired you are. It's not full self-driving, nothing is yet, but it's genuinely useful. Ford has Blue Cruise doing the same basic thing. Hands-free highway driving, driver monitoring, expanding compatible road network. Both systems represent the current best-in-class for this type of technology. Neither will drive you door-to-door autonomously, but both make highway miles significantly less exhausting. Let's get into money, because that's what actually decides things for most of us. The Blazer EV starts lower for the base versions, making it more accessible if you want electric without paying luxury prices. Even the sportier trims stay competitive within the segment. Plus there's federal tax credit potential that can knock thousands off the effective price depending on your situation. The Mach-E GT costs more, no way around it. You're paying for that performance, that Mustang heritage, those faster acceleration numbers. The GT Performance Edition adds even more to the price. But here's the thing, compared to gas-powered performance SUVs with similar acceleration, it's actually not crazy. And with tax incentives potentially applying, the math gets more interesting. Maintenance costs favor both EVs over traditional gas vehicles. No oil changes ever. Brake pads last forever because regenerative braking does most of the stopping. No transmission fluid, no spark plugs, no timing belts. The list of stuff that can break or wear out is just shorter. Both Chevy and Ford have huge dealer networks for when you do need service, which provides peace of mind over some newer EV brands. Warranty coverage is strong from both. 8 years or 100,000 miles on the battery and electric components. Both companies understand that battery anxiety is real for buyers, and they're backing up their products with serious coverage. If something goes wrong with the expensive bits, you're protected for a long time. Real talk for a second. I've driven both of these extensively, and here's my honest breakdown. The Blazer EV is the smart, practical choice. It does everything well, it's comfortable, it's spacious, the tech is modern, the range is excellent. If you're coming from a regular SUV and want to go electric without drama, the Blazer makes that transition smooth. Your family will be comfortable, your road trips will be easy, your daily commute will be pleasant. The Mach-E GT is the emotional choice. It makes you feel something. That acceleration pins you to the seat and makes you laugh. The heritage means something, driving a Mustang means something, even if this version has 4 doors and carries groceries. For people who actually enjoy driving, who look for excuses to take the long way home, the Mach-E GT scratches an itch that most SUVs ignore completely. Neither choice is wrong. They're just different answers to different questions. What do you want from your car? Transportation or experience? Practicality or passion? Daily comfort or weekend excitement? Maybe the answer is a little bit of both, and honestly both these cars deliver some of each, just in different proportions. Alright, puzzle time, you've been waiting for this. Remember I said one of these cars has a hidden feature that most buyers don't know about? Here it is. The Ford Mustang Mach-E GT's front trunk, the frunk, is completely drainable. There's a drain plug at the bottom. You can literally fill it with ice and drinks for a tailgate party, use it as a cooler, and then just pull the plug and let all the water drain out afterward. A built-in cooler in your car. Ford calls it the Mega Power Frunk, and most people buying this car have no idea it exists until someone tells them. How cool is that? A secret party feature hiding in plain sight. So there you have it. Two excellent American electric SUVs, two different philosophies, two valid choices depending on what you're looking for. The Blazer EV for smart practicality, the Mach-E GT for driving excitement. The electric future is here, and honestly, it looks pretty good from where I'm sitting. Whatever you choose, welcome to the EV life. Your gas station is gonna miss you, but your wallet definitely won't.